Hi, my name is Audra Green, and my case is a 2012 case study on cell phones and how they can be used as a learning tool through video recordings on the cell phone. It is important because it shows how education is advancing and how technology and education are advancing together. I find this really interesting because I'm an English major, but not only that, but because it's showing how technology is becoming part of our everyday lives more than just being for communication. It's also used in education. It's used for entertainment. It's used all the time, and now they're tying it into education, which is something really cool. This hypothesis is a how and why hypothesis. It states how cell phones can be used for English as a second language learning student, and it also shows why it is useful to them, not only in English learning but also in technological advances. It teaches them things on how to email, how to post videos, and certain things that they wouldn't normally know. The phenomenon of this is the cell phone, and it's being broke because people would think of this normally as a entertainment or communicational tool, but it is now becoming something in education that can be used all the time. The nature of the predictions are used, or not used, but it can be seen throughout the world if it ends up being a adequate hypothesis. We can see cell phones becoming tied into education, not only through videos like this hypothesis is stating, but it can also be shown through apps that can be useful in education, and we can start communication over cell phones and videos such as we do in this class. The data presented in this hypothesis is from pre and post tests, and it also consists of interviews that were done from the students before and after as well. So the pre-test test, it has questions about what they thought the study would be doing, how it would be beneficial to them, if they had ever used a phone before, if they ever had used video recordings on that cell phone, and certain questions of that sort. The measurement tool for this, they had to do 30-second videos once per week on a certain topic. It measured how many words they said per second, but also how many words they said in the video as a whole. So the pre-test average for words per second was 1.64 words, and the post-test was 2.26. So this shows that the data shows there was a benefit in this study. The interviews consisted of questions in the post-test about how they believed it was beneficial in the end, and if they thought that it was hard to submit emails, or how many times they did the video, and if making the video too many times affected them. So one of the questions about how many times they did the video, they found that if the student did 6 or more takes, then it was not beneficial to them because they could not pull all their ideas together. But they also found that in the end, 8 out of 9 of the people found it very beneficial to them, which ultimately comes to how the data confirms or disconfirms the hypothesis. And you can see that it confirms the hypothesis because it supports all of the claims that they would be advancing and it would be beneficial. And they did learn technological advances through learning how to email and learning how to post videos. And none of them really faced any technological problems in posting this. They said that one of them found it in 1 week and 2 of them found it in another week. But other than that, there was no other problems. So if we put the QD thesis to disconfirm this hypothesis, then we would see some underdetermination from rival theories. These rival theories can be things that cell phones are distracting and that there is something that Japanese learners are technologically advanced and, you know, maybe Russian or say, I don't know, Vietnamese learners don't learn the same way. And this can also tie into how an auxiliary hypothesis can also disconfirm the hypothesis, because you can add in something that, yes, the 9 Japanese learners, but they also tested 9 blank learners as well, and this didn't affect them as much as it did to the Japanese learners. So doing this case study, I really thought that it was interesting, so I hope that you guys that find it interesting as well. Thank you for watching.